Play10Lose11. This is going to be interesting. Both of these teams actually met just now. Pretty decisive in favor for Play10. Hot hit gaming, not so close in terms of skill level. The execution still needs a lot of improvement there. But regardless, it's still going to be a good series because it's a best of 3, and whoever wins here is going to qualify for the SEA Regionals. We're now loading up the Infernal Shrines. The draft has been completed already. We didn't manage to catch it. But it's Muradin, Raynor, Malfurion, Greymane, Zagara on the side of the red team. Looks like it's PTLE with Li Ming, Sonya, ETC, Uther, and Jaina. Right off the bat, you can see Play10 still sticking and swearing by the ETC Uther combo with Sonya doing a bit of an in-front burst damage. Raynor already getting picked up to counter the ETC. Zagara also a possible counter, but just like to point out so far that that Play10 combo with Uther ETC has been pretty much on point. So I like that. I like that synergy a lot. Moving forward, this is a best of 3, not the standard usual best of 1. So that's gonna be the main difference, and hopefully we are gonna have a good game. It seems to be a bit of a latency problem in game, so the pause is gonna happen here, and so far seems to be pretty okay. I think it could be a remake actually. Yeah. Let's see. No, the heroes are the players actually on the right side. So okay, I guess they are waiting for TNK to come back into this game. It could be a bit of a connection problem. No, actually gonna go for a rematch. All right. Anyway, talking a little bit about the draft here, we got that ETC as well as Uther combo on the side here for Play10. And on the other side, it seems to be a pretty okay draft as well for Hothead Gaming. Actually, I think that the overlay is wrong. Yeah, Play10 with the ETC Uther. Hothead Gaming there with the Greymane, Raynor, Zagara. So there's a lot of damage coming up from Hothead Gaming. Just in case you guys are wondering, Arctic Shadow had a bit of connection issue, and he's actually gonna try and fix his computer as well. There's a lot of technical difficulties. Okay. Back to the draft discussion here. I really like the fact that Li Ming is following up with Jaina. That is going to be the assured 100% burst damage that you want to see. Also a little bit scary though because you have Sonya ETC in the front line. This looks to be a very good draft and comfortable draft for Play10. Hothead Gaming, a solo Malfurion healer. I don't like that. I think Malfurion's kind of like past the meta already in SEA. You don't really see a lot of Malfurion these days, and even if you do see the Tranquility, it's just not as good as it used to be. It already is very hard to heal up as a Malfurion when you're getting solo bursted down by the enemy. But now it's like a post Tranquility nerf, you are just not able to do that anymore. It's just a big AoE healer without the specifics for single target heals. They did the nerf in hope for more of a Twilight Dream pickup, which we saw yesterday from the Philippines, but to a little success. I think the win rate is about 33%. So waiting for the game to actually be remade here. Once the stuff on ground resolves this issue, we'll be able to continue with this broadcast. But so far, it's a best of 3 lower bracket, after which it's going to be a best of 5 with 1 game advantage to GGG9. Seems to be a very okay timing so far. I don't think we are actually really overrunning a lot. And it seems like they are actually going to continue the game. Interesting. Okay, so waiting for confirmation so far. Yep, it's going to be a remake. And somehow that went through. All right, so with that said, still going to be Infernal Shrines. If you look at the objective, I really like the fact that Sonya, Li Ming, and Jaina will clear the objective a lot more faster compared to Hothead Gaming. Yes, you have those Banelings coming out, but that will not be enough. And Greymane, with Razor Swipes, puts him in a very unfavorable position when it comes to the Shrines getting activated. So once the remake is done, we'll go back into this game. But do note that only one of these two teams will qualify and represent for Thailand. Definitely Play10 wants to be the second team to qualify, regardless of seeding. That's going to be decided in the grand finals. But Hothead Gaming is also going to be the time to shine here. Play10Lose11 has been around in the scene for very, very long. I'm just hoping that this is going to continue for Play10, regardless of today's results, that the team's going to stick together and just continue training. So waiting on the lobby invite, as usual, guys, this is the SEA Games. I am Babel, and I'm doing a bit of a solo cast right now until Arctic Shadow fixes his I would say, fixes his connection issue. All right. Pretty exciting series, truth to be said. And hopefully we get that fixed out. There's also a Thai stream by ComGamer TV. And it's also on Twitch. So you guys, if you are having a bit of connection issue with this stream, you can also tune into that one for the Thai cast. At least you'll be able to see the games. No idea what's wrong with the connection today. But yep. It is actually an offline event, and I'm tuning into the Thai cast myself. Looking at the layout, pretty hyped. You get the best seats in the Cyber Cafe, and you will be able to see all 5 individual screens there. Very, very nice. Right, so it seems like Porsche was in the wrong team just now. Oh, that's a bit of a problem. So it's going to be TNK, Elise, Yamato, Arata, and Anju Baby. Okay, so at least we got that sorted out right here. And do know that Play10 is going to be in the blue team later on, and Hothead Gaming is going to be in the red team. Inferno Shrine's a pretty sick battleground. I like this battleground a lot, and I think that a lot of Singaporeans also like this battleground. And I'm not saying it from any angle, but rather the fact that that it's just a very competitive battleground that allows you to just go in and do a lot of objectives here. I like the fact that the Punisher is actually an effective 6 member. That's gonna be fun. Meanwhile, in the lobby chat, Monogatari keeps telling me to call him Mono. We'll have to see my mood. Okay, Infernal Shrines, best of 3, lower bracket. We're getting hyped. We're going in now, ladies and gentlemen, loading in to Infernal Shrines. This is going to be a really exciting match because both of these teams, they really want to qualify. And it's tricky because whichever team qualifies will have the heavy duty of doing Thailand proud in the regionals. There's a bit of a lag on stream. Once again, I think the producers are already working on it. So I do seek your patience and understanding when it comes to that matter. Meanwhile, do let us know if there's any other audio issues as well, so that they can all get to work and that my producers can fix it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 1 of the lower bracket. This will be Play10Lose11 versus Hothead Gaming. And on the blue team, we got ourselves here Play10Lose11. It's going to be Coupe playing as Liming. Linex going to be onto the Jaina. Kicha Rock playing as the Uther Monogatari. Going to be playing as the ETC. Porsche will be playing as the Sonya. And on the red team, we got Hothead Gaming. Elise onto the Malfurion. Arata will be playing as the Greymane. We also got Anju Baby playing as the Muradin. TNK will be playing as the Zagara. Last but not least, Yamato will be playing as the Rainer. So already could see the red team really likes to push the mid lane. This has been a couple of times already that the red team always goes for the mid lane. Blue team in the meantime is going to be able to siege up the structures on top, though. A lot of burst damage coming out from Coupe already. Anju Baby going in for the one-man stun. Porsche taking a little bit of damage there. You're also going to see the Entangler roots coming up, but not going to get anything done in an instance. Monogatari losing a lot of HP. And getting a little bit of a heal from Kitcha Rock will be okay. Red team obviously winning the engagement there and pushing back the blue team. For Play10Lose11, they gotta have to be a little bit careful. Do know the abbreviation is wrong. It's not PTSE. It's PTLE on the side here for the blue team. Meanwhile, red team is splitting the lanes already. Zagara in the bottom lane, I like that a lot. With the Creep Tumor, she's going to have a really good time. If you look at the talent options, though, a lot of Conjurers getting picked up. It's still okay for Uther, but for Jaina, it's a little bit questionable. Could be because it's a big battleground and that she just doesn't want to be too reliant on the Welds for that instance. Could be a little bit more spam related as well. It's going to be power hungry in the meantime for Li Ming. And we're also going to see rolling like a stone there for the ETC. Sonya going to go for Warpaint instead. I like that. That's actually my build as well when I play Sonya. You have Warpaint, a focus attack. That's actually going to help you a lot when you pop Ruff with the Berserker and you go in to do some damage. Have some with a little bit of sustain. At least he heals you a little bit. I think this is for 30%. And it's only basic attacks. Meanwhile, on the side for the red team, we do have the Reconstitution as well as what looks like the Moonfire build with Moonburn getting picked up. It's okay. It actually helps Malfurion with doing damage to the Guardians of the Shrines. Also going to see Give Me More being picked up by Raynor, as well as Viciousness onto, Wolfheart. It looks the same, it's just the color's a little bit different, but it's Wolfheart instead of Viciousness. So this one, it's basically just every single basic ability reduces its cooldown. It actually helps the Greymane a little bit. While it's active, he can actually try and channel it up so that he will get a back-to-back inner base a little bit easier. Meanwhile, though, we are also getting level 4 picked up already. Very standard all around and nothing special. Triumph V-Raid on the Li Ming. And also going to see the Arcane up connecting a little bit. Now, the Shrine's active already. And Anju Baby going in with the Thunderclap. Monogatari going forward a little bit. Not going to be able to get anyone caught out there with the Power Slide. He has to get within range for that to happen. There we go, the backline getting power slide, but there's still no follow-up. Nice trying the entangling rope, but it doesn't catch the ETC. Anju Baby, a little bit of damage there coming from Posha. Very nice Holy Radiant there. That is going to be able to do some heal to the Sonya. Monogatari going for the lockdown against the Muradin, but he does have the Dove Toss. He's got to be alright. That's the main reason why it's a little bit of an unfavorable position to take up. But so far, 17 against 22, still seeing the red team with a very good position. That's because they have a slightly bigger advantage when it comes to clearing the Guardians there. ATC taking a little bit of beating so far. TNK still pursuing the matter. We also can see the Blizzard connecting onto Raynor. Meanwhile, Arata pulls back a little bit. Anju Baby dropping the Thunderclap. And you still see the red team with the lead right now. 36 and counting. They probably will get the first Punisher. And a PTLE having to pull back. That said, it will be a Frozen Punisher. Don't think it's going to be able to do much, though. Maybe just help Zagara push his lane a little bit. It's probably going to get baited across the wall. Actually, very close position, but yes, it's going to be across the wall there. And the Frozen little pulse there, not going to really connect on anything. One charge on the Uther, but it's not the most painful thing. A second stun. So far, only both towers getting destroyed. That's still okay. TNK got to play a little bit careful here. There is multiple enemies in his vicinity. That's it. Mid lane also going to get a bit of a damage coming in here from Hothead Gaming. I like this split in resources very, very much because that means that you're going to have 2 lanes advantage instead of 1. They know clearly that the first Punisher is not going to go far, especially when it gets still standing. So Arta going to be fine, and in the meantime, you're also going to see Anju Baby with a bit of a rotation here. Rain is behind. They want to try and pick up this Sonya. The Thunderclap doesn't really connect. Penetrating around, not the best time to use it, though. It's not also the best angle. Posture down to about quarter of a HP. Will be okay. And level 7 against level 6 now. If you look at the talent option, it looks to be pretty okay. Once again, Cleanse being picked up by Malfurion instead of the regrowth buff on level 7, which slipped my mind what the name is. But we're looking at also Raynor picking a very interesting talent. It's neither the Revolution Overdrive nor is it the Give Me More. Fight or Flight. This is going to be Hamstring Shot. So it's a bit of extra slow. Confident Aim also coming in, so the cooldown is going to get reduced. Maybe looking for double, a full-fledged Q build here on the penetrating round. That's the interesting thing. On this side here for the blue team, it looks to be very standard talent options. Yeah, nothing too special. Magic Missiles with Seeker being picked up by level 7 on Li Ming. Hold that thought, though. A little bit of damage on Greymane. And Arata's going to be fine. It throws out another Guinan Cocktail. And Yamato going to have to be a little bit careful. Ailey's down to quarter HP already. Not much of a heal in place. The regrowth there on the Rampant Growth seems to be okay, actually. Just got to be a little bit more careful about it. May actually be contemplating level 13 Life Seed instead of the Ice Block. Alright, so it's going to be a top shrine right here. And you're looking at the Kashuras pushing down the bottom area. A little bit of damage onto the ETC. I don't think they're going to be in time to go to the top lane, actually. Reina already going to work on this Kashas in the mid lane, probably going to secure this one pretty easily. And they also have to go to the top lane here to help and pick up the objective. So far, HHG with a bit of a level lead. Very, very slight, about quarter of a level. And Enju Baby getting caught out here by the ETC TNK from behind. Posha already going in, but a stumble does not connect, and you got to be very careful, man. Murden's not easy to take down, but if Sonya keeps continuing those punishment on the Seismic Slam, it will still be enough for a kill. Monogatari now, a little bit of a nice thunderclap, but got to be very careful. Enju Baby with the stun. The clan's coming in as well from Malfurion. Regrove doing a little bit of work, but Leeming getting rooted there. Great place by Malfurion's entangling root. And you see the Monogatari ETC just knocking on the minions in the top shrine. Already going to work. 12 against 2 right now. Red team still applying a little bit of pressure in the lane, but not really going in yet. Murden going down. They really want to get a level 10 first, which is why you don't see them being very occupied with the Guardians of the Shrine. Monogatari, once again, with another power slide and not really connecting. On this side, TNK, they're doing a bit of a damage there. And the Seeker missiles coming up from the magic missiles will connect. The third one does a little bit extra damage there. See the Banelings coming out doing a little bit of work. They hit level 10 first for HHG, which also guarantees them the shrine. It's going to be Devouring Maw, and yes, it's Tranquility, not going to be the Twilight Dream that we saw from yesterday's Philippines Nationals. Go for the Throat as well as Avatar, and it looks like it's not going to be Hyperion, just going to be Reyna's Raider. A little bit of micro required when you use Reyna's Raider, but it seems like it's a full-fledged Burst Rainer build, not so much on the right click. It's going to be a penetrating round Rainer Raider damage build. Enju Baby, once again, leading the fray with the Morta Punisher. Looks like they're trying to bait the Morta to jump, the Punisher, sorry, to jump over the wall, the gate, in fact, and will be able to do that successfully. The damage coming from Morta is still very good against the structures, and the tower's going to take the fall. Healing Wall probably also going to go down, but it seems like a rotation coming in here to just lock down against Enju Baby. Good stun forward. Also going to see the Reverberation and Avatar already getting popped. Blizzard, only one count connecting. Still going to see Sonya giving chase with the Seismic Slam. Will have enough, though. It will be a kill. Murden going down. Greymane just a little bit too slow. Bottom lane, also going to see Zagara going to work against this fort already. You see the burst coming in and the missiles connecting. Man, that is what I like to call Boom Baby. You have so much more damage connecting there as well. Posha, meanwhile, leaves the game. It seems like there's a bit of a connection issue on his part. Would hate to say, but that's the same Sonya player. So once we get that fixed, we will be able to continue on here. Alright, so Play10 versus Hothead Gaming. Let us know in the chat which team you support. Pretty clear to me that Play10 is lagging a little behind in this game number 1 in the lower brackets. Hothead Gaming definitely has got a bit of a lead here. Is it entirely draft related? I think not. I think that it's only because it's not level 10 yet on the side of Play10. Now that they're finally level 10, they will be able to use those Smosh Pit as well as Divine Shield to just deal damage as well as Disintegrate to stack up. There's also the Ring of Frost. Not going to be the Water Elemental. I like Water Elemental a little bit better because I think it does provide lockdown on one target. Plus the fact that the Water Elemental also level 20, if you choose to have the extra buff, he's going to be able to do a lot more work. But generally, Jaina's go for Bolt of the Storm. There's a bit of a calculation though. When you pick up the, I would say Numbing Blast, you do about 2.4k. Without Numbing Blast, you do about 1.6k damage with the Ring of Frost stack up with the Frostbitten also, which is what Jaina has there. Stacking up that with Blizzard, it could be enough to burst down one target. I'm hoping that they go for Greymane. Drainer's not easy to kill, especially when he still has the Adrenaline Rush. On the side there for Zagara, Zagara's also a good target to kill. As long as the ETC is able to reach within the AoE there, it's going to be okay. Alright, so far, we're waiting for the game to resume here. With the admin doing the countdown. Alright. So they're both ready. And once this begins, you will be able to see a bit of rotation already at the top lane. Blue team wants to go and push the forward. Should be okay. All 4 members there. Plus, they also have the camps being picked up. Let's see what it is. It's actually the Fallen Shaman. So they're able to do a little bit of damage here. All right, that's good. On this side here for Zagara, we're looking at some solo push effort here. Pretty good spread of creep tumor. And this will not continue when you have a Muradin on the enemy side, but they don't have. Muradin's actually on the same side here as well as HHG. Meanwhile, top lane, the fight's going to happen. A nice Divine Shield to keep it safe. Mosh Pit not really connecting with anyone. Ailey's popping Tranquility. Arata already at very low health level just now, getting healed back out by Tranquility. Muradin dropping their good rotations overall. They're already in the lane there. Monogatari, very low mana there. Got to be very careful. The Power Slide does connect. Pasha now looking for the Ancient Spear. But nice penetrating round, unfortunately, denies the possibility as well. So Yamato stays alive because of that. Great play on that part. Bottom fort already gone. Zagara with the solo push just landing and laying those eggs there. The script humor. That's a Zerg's best friend. And we also will see the rest of the red team picking up the Bruiser camp, which is just about to plow down the top lane. For the rest of them now, in the mid lane area, you see Enju Baby, Yamato, Elise, and Arata doing a pretty good job pushing his lane. For the blue team, though, they are still trying to do their best to pick up this Kashra Shamans, which had a little bit of trouble there, actually. Enju Baby spots out the attempt. Gets stunned, a bit of a chain stun going up. Monogatari takes a bit of damage as well, but you see the disintegrate coming out as well. And there we have it, the Reyna's Raider also seeing in the backline. It is going to be the Uther that's locked up and devouring more. Sonya without the Divine Shield will go down. Monogatari again with a Power Slide, trying to keep himself alive, but still playing very aggressively. Greyman comes in, picks up the kill. Ring of Frost does connect on 3 targets, actually only 2. Muradin also taking a fall. Ailey's taking a bit of damage as well. Coupe wished that Arcanum did connect, but it did not. Would not be the kill anyway. So far, 2 for 1 exchange. Still pretty okay. HHG still with the lead here in this game. Shrine's going to activate that. They have picked up 2 Punishers on the side of Hothead Gaming. Just going to make sure that they pick up this 3rd one and push the mid lane. That's the lane they want to try and secure. I think the healing wall's still up. Yeah, it is. All right. So far, 11 minutes in, and we're still going for a 3rd pause of this game. By the way, Babel doing a bit of a solo cast. Arctic Shadow is not able to join us in this series. He's having a bit of a fix on his computer, some connection issue there. Hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoy this cast. Let us know if you have got anything bothering you. It seems like there's no game sound, so they're gonna try and fix it. Okay, we are actually going to resume the game, but we'll try and fix the game sound. And I think there's going to be a weird pop-up in a few minutes here. Alright, there we go. Yes, we know ROG. Shoutouts from Republic of Gamer. Alright, so not sure. I still don't hear the game, so I hope you guys can hear it already. But Monogatari with a bit of a push there. We still see about 18 against 10 in terms of the Guardians. Let us know if there's any sound issues. Hopefully that fixed it. And we'll be monitoring the Twitch chat. Pasha doing a bit of damage with the Seismic Slam. And there's the clans coming in there from Kichara. Pretty good job. Monogatari securing the lockdown on Malfurion. That's going to be a prize target, but it still has the Ice Block. Doesn't have the opportunity to use it, though. Then we have the Mosh Pit connecting on nobody. Still, it's a full-fledged combo. Pasha in front now. Taking too much damage from Rainer. Rainer with the Rainer's Raider, giving a lot of trouble to the blue team. The damage going out over to Kicharak, getting stunned again. Rainer's Raider on the Han. Uther going down. 4 men down on the side of Play10. Well played there by Hothead Gaming. They're also going to get a lead once again. The Punisher going to plow down the mid lane. It is the arcane version of it. So this is going to do a lot more damage than intended. Would have been a lot better if they got Sylvanas. At least it keeps the Punisher alive longer. But still, this one here does not seem like they are actually going to try and push along with the Punisher. TNK going to be here to do some damage. Meanwhile, Rainer already in the bottom area doing some form of clear up here. We'll be able to get some EXP. Top lane going to get soaked up here by Enju Baby. Also, blow for blow, just slowly but surely taking out the top fort. So far, all 3 forts already down on the blue side. And the Punisher is not going to be able to achieve much at this stage. They're also going to rotate outwards and upwards to pick off the Bruiser camp. We got a replay. We're gonna pull that one out right now. Actually, that's a really bad call. Monogatari already going in for a fight. And seems like we gotta go back to real time though. Yep. Alright, a bit of a damage onto that part, but four-man Devouring Maw. No follow-up though, and it seems like the damage is still gonna go through. Ring of Frost coming out already, but it's not gonna save Jaina. Jaina's gonna go down. ETC also gone. Yamato now giving a chase. We still see only one Raider left. Second one somehow a little bit bugged out. Not gonna do anything with those Raiders, and at top lane, it's a big play by TNK. Fantastic Devouring Maw. I don't see the Mosh Pit follow-up, or rather being used as counter on the set of Play10. It's on cooldown, that's the main reason why. But we got some bit of a damage going forward into the structures there. And already able to take down this keep. That was a great Devouring Maw. Very well played. Just that they don't have any AoE follow-ups, but still they were able to go in for a single target burst. And do note that the build here on Rainer is actually a bit of a mix. He does have the Giant Killer, just to counter against Sonya as well as the ETC. And at the same time, he's also going to opt for the Bullseye pick. The Bullseye is very important and lands a bit of a stun. And if you realize with his build here, he's also going to have a bit of reduced cooldown in front with the confident aim, and at the same time also have a bit of movement speed slow. So this is going to be a utility-based Rainer. He has been able to stay safe in the back line pretty well, and I like that build. It's a very refreshing build, very different from what I'm used to seeing here. On the side of Greymane though, it's going to be the Wolfheart into a very standard Gilnean Cocktail build with Concentrated Blast as well as Drought Overflow, Incendiary Elixir as well. On this side, it's also going to be running Wall for increased range. And Baby in the front line, landing the stun, but no follow-up. They're going to just try and zone out the enemy and secure all access point to the shrine. We still see Baby in a very weird position. Not much of an immediate follow-up. He takes about 50% damage. Arcane Up does not connect. Very close. Posture now trying to clear up the Crypt Humor. Monogatari goes in and finishes up the job. Here we have the Guardians spawning already. Ailey's landing a lot of damage there with the Moon Fire build. Moon Burn being picked up as the first talent, that is. Ardent Focus also being picked up. But do know on this side here for Play10, they've got a missile build up on the Li Ming as well as the imposing presence of both the ETC as well as the Sonya. Benediction being picked up. Baby securing a bit of a lockdown onto Sonya. Gotta be very careful. She is gonna hurt. So far, 25 against 14, and blue team pulling back out. They already have the Talon lead here, but they're having to defend the top lane. A little bit of a damaging position for them to be in. The mid lane also having a Kajra push, and that's a really good play of strategy coming from Hothead. Very good timing on those mercenary camps. It's a big distraction here in Play10 because they have to pull back. They will lose this Punisher. They also will lose this Kajra's camp. Very dangerous position here for Play10 to be in. This could also mean that the bottom keep will go down. Now, with this kind of a push, and it gets to the full HP, maybe they can bait the Punisher over and keep this fight alive. But already, Hothead Gaming very close to level 20. And Play10, it was pretty close in the first few series, but here Hothead seems to be in a bit of a better position. Stein connecting onto Sonya, Baby throwing out the Stumble, but a quick cleanse coming out already from Kichara, keeping the Sonya alive just now. Also, you can see the Punisher knocking onto the tower. Muradin still giving chase, not doing much of work there. And the keep still stands at the end of it. That's because the gate did soak up a bit of a time away from the Punisher. Plus, we all know Punisher's not so good at pushing lanes. Kind of more like a utility factor to worry about. Ooh, the burst would have hurt TNK a lot if it did connect there. Baneling's going out. Tower dropping a lot of HP. Baby in the front line. Lionax dropping the Blizzard connecting. 2 charges on the Muradin. They have so many burst potential on the side of blue team, but they just don't have the opportunity for a good mosh pit. Mono is still waiting for the opportunity to go in as the ETC. Top lane once again, the Fallen Shamans. In a bit of a trouble here. Probably going to go down, and Red Team's going to pick this one up. They also have the Stomp talents picked up already. It will be double bolt of the Stomp on both the damage dealers on that part. Greymane going for Hunter's Blunderbuss. And you also will see the Stomp shield coming out from Malfurion. Last but not least, the Hardened shield on the Muradin. So waiting for the blue team to get level 20. It's going to be a bit of a wait though. They need to soak up not just the bottom lane, but also the top and mid lane. You have Zagara applying a lot more lane pressure while Red Team is just rotating and picking up the camps. It's highly recommended that they go for a fight here because they are already level 20. It seems like Hothead Gaming, because they lost to Play10 just now in the semifinals, they want to try and make sure that they play this safe and pick up those camps, and that's perfectly okay with me. Just have to be very careful that they don't give Play10 the opportunity here So we're going to see the Kashras push down the bottom lane. And also Anju Baby with a bit of rotation back up here to the mid lane. Not much of a surprise there. They're still very hesitant on pushing in. Level-wise, Play10 cannot contest this shrine, but at the same time, they're also looking for the level 20, and I think that it should be enough time. If they just soak up all 3 lanes or push them out, they will get level 20. The red team is just throwing away this lead right now. They're going for camps. They're getting a bit of a statistical advantage when they hit post level 20 in levels of 21, 22, 23. But that's not exactly the advantage you want to have. Play10 have got a lot of crowd control in this fight. They just need to start it off with a good ETC mosh pit, and that's not easy. Mono, we're on the ETC, looking for a bit of a backline power slide onto the Zagara. Zagara, with the Bolt of the Storms, he will be finding safety in the front line. Here comes the reverse scenario from the red team. I still don't see the mosh pit yet. Mono having to pull back, and Jubaby going back, and then we have the mosh pit connecting only on the gray main, and the ETC will go down. A bit of a miscommunication on that part. Divine Shield not doing its work. Meanwhile, Posha trying to run away, but will not be able to do so. Great stun from the Muradin. A bit of a burst coming from Coupe already. That Ring of Frost resulted in a Ring of Loss, and now Kicharak also dropping Arata, picks up Uther. It does not have redemption, no level 20. Looks like there's still a little bit of a split decision here whether they want to go for the Shrine or the Core. TNK already pushing all the way in front. But still having to pull back. That's it, 33 count. They may be able to go and end this game with this Punisher. We'll have to see. This has to be the game-ending moment. So already TNK top lane, some form of defense coming out. Zagara not really at full HP. We'll have to just basically wait for Malphine to heal her up. We'll be able to do so successfully. See some extra missiles coming out. And the Arcane also just clearing the lane pretty well. Coupe actually doing a pretty good job here. Bursting down the catapult. There will not be any minion support for the next few minutes. Oh, but the stun does not connect. Nice teleport away from Coupe. Also just leading the Punisher to the mid lane here. That's a great strategy. All of a sudden, Punisher is just a bit distracted. Still going to push down the top lane though, because AI works the way AI works. And Pasha in a bit of a bad spot. We have the Rainer's Raider doing a bit of a damage. Anju Baby already healing up. It may not be enough. Going to be very careful. Very dangerous position for him to be in. You see the Punisher going to work against the core. Monogatari needs to save this game here. He does not have the mosh pit for 30 seconds. Already a Ring of Frost going in, and that's going to be killed. And Malfurion may be able to take out a sustain on the red team. Hothead Gaming pulls back immediately. Jaina already dropping from the blue team. Also going to lose Sonya. That's the Arcane. Punisher doing the work. Anju Baby had an absolute 100% faith in his Punisher, and they pick up this game. Hothead Gaming 1-0. Play10. Man, that was a bit of a mistake. They were chasing the black line targets. They were trying to mop up that Muradin. I have no idea why there was no support from Grey Main towards the end of it. But that is it, man. 1-0 in favor for HHG. And if you look at the stats here, it looks to be pretty okay. 40,000 on Grey Main. Great play there by that hero. Of course, the 6-1. Most of the kills did go to Rainer with those Raiders. You could actually say that there's a lack of Muta discipline, there's a lack of Raider discipline on this side here for the blue team. They're just not taking out the targets that matter, that's doing the damage. So we're still waiting on the replay. The heroes rather the players are actually still going to wait for the next match. We have the replay ready now. We're going into it. Okay, so you see Monogatari going forward here. Very nice bolt out of stun by TNK. And you see the burst against the ETC. Rainer's going to work. He's doing a lot of damage actually. Monogatari dropping way too low. Divine Shield 2 seconds up, and then it expires. Only a lockdown on the Grey Main. Very desperate measure there. A bit of hesitation coming up from Mono on the ETC. Very unfortunate position to be in. A fantastic stun by the Muradin. And that picked up Sonya. From that point on, it's already game. Very nice plays by HHG, Hothead Gaming. They're still in a running here. They lost 2-0 to Play10, but it looks like they're very confident in this lineup. And pretty sure they don't want to give the Sonya to Hothead Gaming. They were able to do a lot of damage on Sonya in the series just now. But here, looks to be the Grey Main that's, again, doing a lot of work. So the draft has to evolve a little bit. It cannot be entirely around Rhaegar. It has to be, it has to cover a little bit on the Grey Main as well as those other factors. Yamato on that Rainer doing such a good job. All right, the rest of this is going to be history. There's still a next fight coming, and it seems like we also captured that on the instant replay. Linax Yeah, you see here that the work there by Coupe. This is a very good teleport. Coupe knew instantaneously that instantly, in fact, that the Punisher is going to go for him. The magic missile's not connecting. Baneling's going out, some form of damage in front. And you see in the backline, Porsche a little bit out of position, no support for him. Also going to see the Arcane up coming out. Rainer again, just giving chase with those Raiders there. And nobody's actually going to target those Raiders. Porsche going in to do a little bit of damage, finally able to kill out some of them, but no mosh pit on this one, a bit of miscom on that part. The burst against Malfurion, very successful by Linax, or rather, very successful work there by the blue team's Jaina. And Sonya also dropping, and in that instance, you see the game ending. There's absolutely 100% faith by Murdin that the game can end. Good work there. In general, this is how the AI works, and I think this is also my first time experimenting it, or rather experiencing it. The Punisher will push down the lane at its spawn. It will not be distracted by other forts or anything like that, so that is the key thing to note from today's game. That's it. We're going for a very short break. Shout out to sponsors Shooter, as well as the peripheral sponsor Razer. And we also have got the Streaming Partner Expert to thank for this entire tournament, Predator as well. So we'll be going for a bit of a break. We'll be back with game number 2 really soon, so sit tight, stay tuned, and don't go anywhere. There goes the Divine Shield, maybe going for the Mosh Pit, but that's actually not available for the next 40 seconds. Sonya going down, big mistake. The team did not know he did not have that Mosh Pit. Misha now getting healed back up by Manpad, looking very good. Monogatari getting stunned quickly. Also going to see the cleanse coming out. Good cleanse by ATC, still going to take the fall, and it's all because without the Mosh Pit, he made such an aggressive play.
I'm not sure if it's my side, but I think it should be okay as the fight is still going on here. The red team coming out of the mines here. Zagara gonna get taken down, and the blue team are in disarray. More gonna